Well, it's hard not to just be bland and say London, because London obviously is the capital, and therefore the values are there to withstand, if you like, the garities of the property market and make the projects viable. But in reality, from our point of view, you know, what we're really focusing on the moment is what we would call outer London. So if you think of London, obviously, with a very powerful centre, with a ring of town centres, you know, Wandsworth, Woodgreen, Peckham, you know, those are actually the next big thing for us, and how those can be turned into real places, which at the moment they have a little bit of a sort of identity problem, a little bit of a quality problem. So London's town centres are really powerful for us, and that's what we're really focusing on as a business. We're fascinated by the topic here about the sort of the stimulus that a museum or a cultural or, if you like, a visitor draw can create. So we're on the short list of Haringey's competition to redevelop Tottenham Town Centre on the back of the investment that the football club will make in the stadium, which will be very exciting. We've helped colleagues and friends in Tate on the project, and you know, we are supporting the Museum of London on what they're planning to do at Smithfield.
So what we've done at Tate over this 20-year journey is try to create a physical and a philosophical connection with London. The new building, which some of you have been to and have seen, is great architecture. It's deliberately the brick-veiled building to be the antithesis to the glass tower in the city.
We have a heritage, a culture. It's a very successful city centre, so although I can think of a lot of places where high streets have issues, we're not in that mould. We've got a very strong economy.
The town centre is a bit that I probably feel more passionate about, and I think Colchester's been quite lucky. It was quite lucky, I think, during the recession that we didn't suffer perhaps quite as badly as other places. Part of that, I think, is because we have quite a diverse mix of retail in Colchester. We're not just about big retailers. We've got to compare us to Brighton Lanes, but we've got lots of little streets and lots of little independent retailers.
Well, the high street has had a battering, hasn't it, over the last period. You know, essentially the flight of retailers out of town. Indeed, you know, the huge success has been in internet retailing, and now for the first time ever, actually, more money is being spent in the UK outside the high street than in the town, and that's a pretty big step to be in, isn't it? So towns are going to have to change, aren't they? And it's a tough period. So they can adapt to be more mixed use, more culture, more food and beverage, more experiences, more places to work, places to live. But it's very tough to do that when you've got a series of, you know, long-standing buildings which are difficult to adapt. You've got a series of property interests and different conflicting requirements. So it's a tough game for town centres to innovate in those circumstances, but they have to. Otherwise, you know, you don't know where they're going next.